All right, everybody, welcome in.
Hello and welcome in, everyone.
So, we are going to do some World of Warcraft. They have a 20th anniversary edition for the classic WoW, which is the WoW I prefer more than anything. They already did this. Apparently, like, I've gone through this. They've released classic WoW 4 times now, so they're definitely pulling a Bethesda, which, if it wasn't classic WoW, I'd probably tear them up for it more, but I'm cool with that. But we're going to talk about like the way the realms are real quick and the way things are going to progress. Previously, they released World of Warcraft Classic, and then from that, you were able to move forward into Burning Crusades, then Lich King, then Cataclysm, and then Pandaria, which is out now. But in doing so, they split the population because some people stayed behind and played Classic with those tunes. Other people took the tunes they leveled in Classic and moved them forward to Burning Crusades, and then moved forward on from there, and so on and so forth. But it split the faction, or not faction, but it split the player base up. If I'm hoping, and I would like to get this out to the wider community and see if we can get a kind of a movement going here and see if we can get Blizzard to do this, which would be after they release Burning Crusades. Rather than you having to transfer your tune permanently to a Burning Crusades realm and you lose the character on this classic anniversary edition, if you were able to clone the tune, clone the character exactly as it was on the classic, and move it forward into Burning Crusades, leaving that character still in classic, it would present such gaming possibilities for WoW players, because Tuesday night could be WoW Classic night. Then Wednesday night could be WoW Burning Crusade night. And Thursday could be WoW Lich King night, and you could go and do the raids on each of those nights. So Tuesday night you're down in Blackwing Lair. Wednesday night you're in the Temple, Black Temple, and then on Thursday night you're down in the Lich King, and then Friday night you're killing it in retail. So you would be able to go forward and keep tunes in there. And if you wanted to level one tune, if you want to have a priest and you want to level him through the Lich King, if you did it through the classic server way, then that priest would always be on the classic. So if you wanted to run Black Temple, if you wanted to experience that, you could at any time, and then moving forward wouldn't be detrimental to you or the server you were on, because that character is always going to be there for you to go back to. So I think that could be really positive for the community and allow people to play. But like I said, we're playing Classic Anniversary Edition, 20th Anniversary Edition today. Can't even talk. I'm excited. So we're going to get in here. We're going to let the cinematic play because I love the original cinematics and stuff. So let's enjoy it.
Long ago, the Orcish horde was corrupted by the Burning Legion and lured to the world of Azeroth. For generations, the Orcs made war upon the human kingdoms of Stormwind and Lordaeron. Though the horde was ultimately defeated, a visionary young war chief named Thrall rose to lead his people in their darkest hour. Under Thrall's rule, the Orcs freed themselves from the chains of demonic corruption and embraced their shamanistic heritage. After years of wandering, the Orcs founded their own kingdom in the harsh wastelands of Durotar. Based in the warrior city of Orgrimmar, they stand ready to destroy all who would challenge their supremacy. As a proud defender of Durotar, it is your duty to crush your enemies, both seen and unseen. For the nefarious agents of the Burning Legion still wander the land.
All right, here we go. We got to set our buttons up, everything, or set our buttons up and everything real quick.
How do I get rid of this dragon thing?
The what, who, and the what now?
The griffin thing down here?
Oh, that's in your settings, but you should be able to open up bartender. I'm hoping I already have profiles on here from my other hall. Yes. This is what I like to see. Copy that. Yeah. Digging it. Do you have bartender on? Do you have it downloaded?
I have to go out and re-download everything.
Good lord. Alright, well, while she's doing that, we can get some stuff sorted here. This auto attack can go away. Food over here. Don't need auto attack on our boar 16 times. Holy good god. We can have the one ability we actually do have. And while she's doing that, I'll also run you through some of the other stuff going on in case you've never played the original WoW before, because there's a lot different. And that's one of the things I like about it. Alright, move this frame. Oh, the UI setup. The only good thing is you only have to do it once. Drop that down. And there's like a... You can't drop it all the way down in Classic WoW. You can only go down like that far from the edge of the screen, which sucks, but it is what it is. Alright, gotta go in here. Get the rest of this stuff figured out. Okay, gotta turn auto loot on. Mouse look sensitivity, 3.5. Follow speed, never. Well, it's never gonna follow me. I have it so it doesn't follow. Follow terrain, head pivot, smart pivot off. Interface. My name, enemy players, and we don't need minions. Always show nameplates enemy. We can get into that stuff later. Even if you use an add-on like Bartender, you still want to turn these action bars on, because it moves your quests. Whenever you pick up quests, they'll appear over here on the right, and if you select these, it'll push it out so it's not overriding the 2 bars that you use on Bartender over here. Because if you leave it with so it's unclicked, it'll cover over half of your bars, but if you click these, it will not. That'll show key bindings are hopefully... I don't think they are. Son of a boop. Well, let's go into key bindings. Alright, action bar 1, action bar 2. I think I have 3 down here. Yeah, okay. So I need to do key binds, action bar 2, and it will be shift 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and then action bar 3. And these are all buttons on my mouse. I use a Logitech i600, I think it is.
660, I think.
What number is this exactly? Logitech 600 or some such. But it has 12, 13, 14, 15 buttons on it. So I got plenty of buttons to reprogram for the macros. And keybinds. Get into macros later. Oh, we're going to get into it all, so it'll be fun. Definitely leaving the music on, and I'm looping the music, because, yes, classic WoW music. Alright. Let's start our WoW Classic adventure.
Loktar.
Let's see if we get further in Classic than I ever have.
What are you talking about?
I've
You made
only
it all the way to Cataclysm.
Where are those tunes at? Because I haven't seen them on any of the things.
In Cataclysm. That's what I'm saying. They don't exist on Classic WoW servers anymore. Which I don't like. That's my point. Like, we did this. You leveled those tunes. You actually leveled it all the way to Classic, but those tunes are now gone. Turn this down a little bit.
Did you pick up the quest?
Yeah, I most certainly did. And then you gotta go kill 10 mottled boars.
I have to go in here to do this one still. I was fixing my screen still. I'm slow. I haven't done this before. Much.
And so the mods I'm running right now, or add-ons, you can get them from Curse Forge. I use Bagon, and I have Atlas, so whenever I want to look up different pieces of gear, it'll show you what gear comes from where it drops. I usually don't run it unless I'm looking for something, or if I'm going into a raid, so I know what can possibly drop off of what bosses. I run Bartender, which gives me access to all these different bars and all this different little cool additives to it. Classic cast or excuse me, classic cast bars I also run. This doesn't really change anything. It just allows you to move the cast bar, so you can move it around. Because when you use Bartender, where your cast bar is will actually come. You'll see later on. I'll have to move it and change it, because if I do something to cast, it'll go over top of my bars. And then last but not least, we have Questy, which is actually, if I turn this off, like all these little swords will go away. Like Classic WoW didn't tell you where to go for the quest. They just kind of explained it and you had to figure it out on your own. Yeah, two-handed weapon skill. You're like, what? You gotta level your weapons? Yep.
Holy mana burn.
That's what I was saying. As a priest, like, you're definitely going to want to get a wand one way or the other, whether it be through go over here, there's a quest that we can pick up, but you want to level enchanting is a good one, and tailoring. But enchanting is good because you can get a wand in there, and wands are huge for priests while leveling because they don't cost you mana and they do good damage if you stay up with your enchanting level and you keep making them, and then maybe you can get lucky in a dungeon and get a good drop for a wand.
Okay. I know tailoring's big for bags.
Yes, bags is a good way to make money. The two professions I'm probably going to take is mining and herbalism, just because I want to make money so I can buy my mount, because they're very expensive and gold is not. As you see, we've completed quests, and most of the or we haven't completed any yet, but like the quest, you're not getting anything. Like these, even if you sell these, it's going to be worth like 2 copper. It's like nothing, and the stuff we're picking up is worth nothing. So money is very hard to come by in Classic WoW. It's a part of the game in and of itself, being able to generate money. So you'll see level 60s. Well, you did. I don't know about now. I don't know if the gold economy is going to remain the same. But previously, you would see level 60s still riding their level 40 mount because they couldn't afford the 1,000 gold to be able to buy the next tier mount. So it wasn't.
I do remember, because you've had Classic tunes, and the first time we played Classic, you actually gave me the gold for the mount.
Yeah. Because this is what I'm saying. If you're starting off, there's certain professions that are just heads above others, and people want to, whenever they do it, they want to take like, they want to take a farming and a crafting. Where do we have to? Oh, we got to go up top to get this dude's claw. They want to take a farming and a crafting that are like related. So they want to take mining and engineering, or mining and blacksmith. But when you start off, just leveling blacksmithing costs a lot of money just to be able to buy the patterns to be able to make the item. So it can cost you a lot of gold just to level blacksmithing. So if you're starting off with a tune, you either want to take something like tailoring, so that bags sell by a lot and the stuff is very easy to come by.
We'll save you, person.
Yeah, we'll save you, AFK dude. I got you.
I casted Smite like 6 times and I'm out of mana. Like,
yes, that's what I was saying. Like, as a priest, eventually what all you're going to want to do is throw up Shadow Word Pain, which will be a damage over time ability you get. You want to bubble yourself, throw up Shadow Word Pain, hit them with, and basically wand them, and then you can throw a Smite or a Holy Fire in every once in a while if you're going to level his discipline. What's up?
The one quest turn inspect here.
Oh, yeah, dude by the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you do stuff for money in this at the early game, so I'm going to take herbalism and mining, and I'm not going to use any of those materials. I'm just going to sell them as materials for other people that are trying to craft or trying to level theirs. So it helps me get good money. Then once you're level 60 with an epic mount, if I want to change the herbalism to blacksmithing, then I'll have a max level mount, a level 60 tune to run around all the zones very, very quickly, farm the mats that I need to be able to level blacksmithing and go armor smith or hammer smith or whatever I want to do, and have the speed to be able to get around and already have that mount purchased. So it's much easier to go back and level it as you go. As far as gear and stuff like that, some people like to be able to craft gear while they level. You can do it. It's just going to take you more time. My advice is take something that's going to make you money, make that money, get a fast mount, and then run around like a kid on kid hyped up on Mountain Dew, and get everything completed and just farm it out.
Loktar, go forth to victory.
Did I pick up any gloves? No, I got a chest piece.
Dabu, strength, go forth to victory.
Man, these early quests, the amount of times I've run these, man.
Sug, Dabu, for the horde, blood and
You got any training
thunder.
for me? You do, but I don't have any money, so let's go put some of this stuff on, find a vendor.
As I'm trying to find something to like empty my bags because they're so tiny.
I think the vendor's up here. Yeah, there's one up here in general goods. You can get this quest from this dude too.
Speak, friend. May your blades never dull.
Glory to the horde.
So here's a laugh. So any WoW people, I know I'm gonna be shunned by the community, but like he's just like, let's run classic, and he showed me the classes and or the races, and I was just like, where's the blood elves? Like I can't be a blood elf.
Yep, can't be a blood elf till Burning Crusades comes out. And then they commit the sacrilege, which caused a huge rift in the community the first time around, which was allowing Horde to have pallies and allowing the Alliance to have shamans. And that was a huge rift in the community at the time. And I felt kind of neutrally. If they didn't allow Horde to get pallies, it wasn't going to hurt my feelings. But if they allowed them to, it also wasn't going to negatively affect me. I wasn't going to get disgruntled about it. So it is what it is. Like some people say, that's the beginning of the end, and to some degree, the argument can be made that they're right. So
We need to get the apples from the cactus.
it was the first step on the slippery slope. Could be a good argument, and like I said, can't really fault someone for that argument or see any kind of wrong in that argument. In many cases, it's perspective. If you don't like the way the game's progressed, like me, you could definitely lean that way. But if you like the way WoW's gone, then it's not a slippery slope. It was the first step up. Well, you'll find in life that many things are based on your own points of view. Wait, hold on, no. I have to get that right. I have to set the record straight. Because many of the truths we cling to are based upon our own point of view.
I didn't play during Burning Crusades, but I don't mind it because I like my pally in retail.
Oh yeah, I love playing a pally. That's one of the reasons why I'm okay with it, is because I liked the first character I played really, and everybody else was leveling their mains from vanilla WoW, and I was on my pally. Like I was like, hell yeah. I've waited a long time to play a pally because we couldn't. I was like, I want to try it. I want to play it. It's the thing you could never have, and so I did, and they were fun. So I continued playing it, and then in Lich King, they were like super powerful. So
It's funny because your pally is one of your tunes with the most days on WoW when
Yeah.
you looked.
I think he actually does have more than my hunter at this point. That's kind of misleading though, because if I could take all the time that I sat in raids on my pally as a tank or a healer out of that, where we weren't playing the game and we were just sitting in a raid for some reason, the hours wasted in those raids, yeah, I would probably, my hunter would probably have more playtime. But I didn't raid too much on my hunter. Like, I'd take them whenever people needed a DPS and they asked me to come, but generally I didn't do that.
I have all the cactus apples.
So do I. I'm heading for the scorpions.
Yep, I'm right behind you.
And another thing about this game is as you get spells, you have to put them on the bar yourself.
Oh, shit.
And when you buy a new spell, it will not automatically upgrade it on your bar. So whenever I buy Battle Shout 2, I'll have to go into my book, drag it down, put it there. Otherwise, I'll be still casting Battle Shout 1. Questy shouting. I have to turn that off. And here we go with the first real WoW quest in the game. The other quests were just a precursor. This is a true WoW quest because this is a drop quest. It's kill these scorpions
For their tail.
and get their tails. Now, I would like everybody to notice how every single one of these scorpions has a tail and how 90% of them won't whenever you need to take them for a quest to get it completed.
The toothless.
And I want people to take note, Jane's going to finish before me because she has a female avatar. And I still believe that the drop rate is rigged. Ladies first. So I have to, like, not argue. Look, she's already gotten 2. I've killed, like, none. Come on. Come on. I'm just saying. Surprised I got one.
I forgot, like, you can't both loot stuff.
Oh, yeah. And we're receiving lesser experience than we would normally. You actually get a reduction on experience if you're in a group. Little known fact. Which everybody was like, wait, what? You're punishing us for being in a group? Yes, yeah.
How dare we have friends?
Yep, because they wanted to even it out. Yes, as when you're in a group like that, you're gonna level and kill stuff faster. So to compensate for you being able to kill things at a quicker rate, they still wanted to slow you down because the gameplay getting to 60 is a large portion of classic WoW. Like, people are always focused on, oh, it's all about the end game, and you'll hear even current players say that about classic, and it's like, no. A lot of the game that you play on classic WoW had nothing to do with the end game. You will spend so much time leveling characters and going through the world that end game is fun, and that's ultimately what people are striving for, is the end. But the journey in classic WoW is just as fun. Oh, there was a little lag spike. Hurt, get back here.
It knew it was my loot.
Really, what about now?
I don't know.
No, I can. Playing a warrior at the beginning is painful. People are going to experience that. There's a lot of auto swinging to kill stuff. You don't get to really cast too many spells and abilities.
I have smite, and that's it.
Yes, but that does a lot more damage than my auto swings.
Okay, that's why I'm pulling off of you. I didn't know what I was doing wrong to get the aggro.
Yeah, it's just because you're hitting it harder and more, and basically right about the same rate. You actually faster because I think my swing time's probably in 290, and how long's it cast? The cast time on Smite 1.5.
Yeah.
So you're able to hit it way faster, and I can't use Heroic Strike until I generate Rage, and it takes me a couple hits to generate Rage. So you can just put out more damage more. Well,
Why don't you charge to it to keep
because
up?
I don't have charge.
I was being sarcastic.
What do you need? Go forth to victory.
A lot of grinding. That's the suck-ass part about the beginning of the game.
All, be safe.
Speak, friend. For the Horde!
What do you need? Go forth to victory. Strength. Strength and honor.
I think I got everything I could before. One more level and I get charge. And I'll be like an actual warrior. You think we get credit for each other's peons whenever we have to go and wake up all these peons. That one's already awake. Lay down and go to sleep so I can hit you with a club, dude.
It just
Yeah, when on low level areas, they just have people that watch the low level areas and then spam out.
I don't use that item yet.
that was a glitchy glitch.
Yeah, very.
Cause that dude was standing up on my screen.
He was laying down at first on mine, and then he like stood up super hastily, like whenever I got close, and just took off running. So maybe these guys are that way too. They look like they're standing, but they're not. Maybe.
It's too far away.
Invalid target.
Work, work.
They like changed this quest to the peon see you coming now. You used to be able to run up on them, but now they're all working. Super.
They gotta grind for their mounts too.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're not even going to use that wood. They're just selling it.
I need a closer.
At least we both get credit for this. So.
Yeah.
He's working. Kill some of these dudes while we're... Yee-hoo! Yeah. Oh, no interrupt. Fireball to the face. There we go.
So wait, you have to go learn your spells from a trainer, right?
Yep. You probably have a couple spells you can learn.
Probably, because I was like, just checking my book looking for them to appear.
Yeah, they don't just appear. You actually have to go buy them. And that's what I mean. Like, leveling a character is very expensive. You have to buy food because at later levels, the recharge takes a while. So if you want to keep going, you got to be able to eat. So you gotta buy food, you gotta buy all of your skills, which get to be very expensive. And then if you have any professions, you have to buy the levels as you level that. That's why I recommend not taking a crafting for your first tune, unless you're gonna take something that sells a lot, like bags. You could take like tailoring and make bags, which will make a lot of money. Enchanting is very similar. Enchanting is a little more expensive to level, so I would probably do like tailoring if you wanted to do something for the bags, because you can make them for yourself, and bags always sell, regardless of where you're at in the expansion or in Classic. It doesn't really matter. Burning Crusades, you're always gonna make some cash with the bags.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking of tailoring. I wasn't 100% about enchanting, because honestly, I hate it in retail. Because once you get to a certain level, you don't get the match you need.
Yeah, getting them's harder. You got to go into the raids and start farming the high tier gear. Alright, go back down. We'll check for peons on our way back. Turn these quests in. Get our next set of training.
If you end up taking one of the guild requests, let me know.
I won't. You in Classic WoW, you don't get any benefits. You don't get any experience. You don't get like a faster hearth or anything like that. There's none of those benefits like there is in modern WoW. So it's literally just a way to meet and talk with other people. And since we're doing this for like a channel thing, I don't want the guild chat up down on the bottom of my corner there. So if people start getting a little rowdy, I don't have to babysit the chat and go back and edit it and blur it out and all kind of other stuff.
These lazy peons aren't that lazy.
No, and it's getting really annoying. I just want to complete this quest. Like, seriously. Yeah, work. And, you know, I need you to not work so I can complete this quest. The peons are broken, Blizzard. Fix it.
Everything's broken, Blizzard.
Like, come on. Every single fucking peon is seriously just constantly working. Super cool. That's a great idea for a quest.
Oh, that one's sleeping again. Wonder if he'll jump up right when you get on
Yeah.
top of him.
If I can go to hit him, it'll be like fucking invalid target. Can I just like knock him unconscious with my axe and then
Wake him
wake
up.
him back up with the club? Is that a thing that can happen? We got our first set of rainbow armor going. Yeah, there's no transmorging in Classic WoW, so how we look, that's how we're gonna look.
I was hoping it came in at a later stage.
Oh no, it's why once you get to the end game, then you can start getting into some decent looking gear with the different sets and whatnot. But early on, like when you're leveling, yeah, it's not gonna be pretty.
I mean, I won't lie, because I was running the remix, Legion remix, and I wasn't transmorging each time, because you just get gear so fast.
Yeah. Wait, we're gonna work this too for the. I'm probably gonna do like hour type situations, and then release an hour. That's just a one-handed axe. I mean, I'll take it because nothing else for me.
Fight well, friend.
Grab the trainings is charge 1 silver, and that's what I was saying. Now 1 silver for Ren, but I don't even have enough. I'm gonna have to go sell some stuffs. Where is this dude? Oh, over there. I got some stuff I can
Oh,
sell,
wow.
so I should be alright.
I have three spells I can learn.
For the horde. Strength.
We'll keep the hatchet because you do have to level different weapon skills for one-handed and two-handed, and one-handed axes is different than one-handed maces. So it's good to hang on to weapons to level them a little bit. So we'll be able to do that.
What are you looking for? May your blades never dull.
I'm a real priest. I have shadow fortitude.
Shadow Fortitude?
Okay.
Is that a new? That's one of them. That's one of them new old Blizzard spells, huh?
What do you need?
I sold all that stuff. I still don't have enough.
For the horde.
Oh, it's only rend. I don't really need it. I got the important one. And for those that don't know, charge in Classic can only be used in battle stance. Only generates 9 rage base at its base value. Stuns for 1 second, barely. And cannot be used in combat. Which is the big one. Which is why fighting frost mages is a pain in Classic. But, you know, you fight a frost mage in Classic and they make you hate the game. You want to log out because the way they can frostbeat you and you're constantly have frostbolt on you and you're slowed and you just can't catch up to them and you just hate the game so much and you're like, why do I play this? And then like 5 minutes later, some druid comes out and tries to attack you, or a rogue or an enhancement shaman, and you just completely maul them. And you realize that as a warrior, you are god of all melee in Classic, and you're like, this is why I play the game, because I can turn a rogue inside out in about 2.5 seconds.
So, do I not have to choose, like, if I want to be in a special class? I can't.
Specialization?
Yeah.
Yes, you will. Once you reach level 10, you will get your first point. That's why there's a blank spot down there on the bar at the bottom for the macro menu or whatever they call it.
Okay.
The escape menu.
In between the book and the trophy thing.
Yeah. Yep, there'll be the same talent points that you have, and not the same talent points, but it'll be in the same place as the talent points.
I need a target. I can't do that yet. Need more rage. I can't do that yet.
I can't do that yet.
I can't do
Where is it? Oh, down there in the corner.
Not enough rage. Need more rage. Not enough.
I have to wait here.
What's up?
I said I have to wait here.
Okay. They responds fairly quickly, so.
I am ready.
Do 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 do.
I can't. Need more rage. I can't. I can't do that yet.
Yep, see, in combat, no chargey.
Something first.
You will get intercept, but you have to change stances, but we'll get you guys into all that once we get there.
Not enough. Rage. I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet.
My bag's gotta be getting full.
I just had a little 6 slaughter I had to equip because mine was almost full.
Yeah, finding those early bags is always good.
I can't do that.
It's funny because in retail I was literally running around right south of Orgomire today or yesterday.
For what?
I had the Halloween quest to turn in. I'm
Oh.
trying to get the mount.
That new mount doesn't even look like the classic headless horseman's mount. It just looks dumb. They fucking modern wow the hell out of it.
Speak, friend. Be safe.
So all this stuff, turn the quests in. Should be ready to head on to the next city.
Mokra, may your blades never dull. Go with honor. May your blades never dull.
Loktar.
Thunderclap and parry at level 6.
Go with honor.
Be a long way off, so.
We're level 5, but almost half a bar.
Alrighty, we will move along to the next village. And this is why having a druid or a hunter is very beneficial early game, because at level 20, hunters get aspect of the cheetah, so they can move around really, really quickly, and druids get travel form, so that they can move around quickly. It's not as fast as a mount, but it's way faster than walking. So speedrunners will buy like dash potion speed increase potions and such. So I'm not doing that though. I'm not spending money on that.
I just
My
hate
ass will
how
walk.
Torrens look. I debated about a druid, and if I could have done
What
it
do
as
you
a
need?
troll,
May your
I
blades
would've.
never dull.
Yeah, and like the racials that you get, pull the Blood Fury out because I'll actually use it at some point, but like the racials back like in Classic, Blood Fury gives me 25% of my attack power, and to put that in perspective, in retail currently on either my warrior or my hunter, anybody, it figures out to about 5% increase. It gives me a 5% increase to your attack power in current WoW. So it's been massively nerfed, and they've buffed the Alliance ones. If you watched our other video in WoW, you'll see that I talk about the racial disparities, and they're massive. And once you play Classic and you look at how they used to be, the Alliance racial abilities actually weren't that good. Like, their racial abilities by and large weren't that great. The Horde actually had better racial abilities, but their stats, Alliance have better base stats. So that was always the difference between the two. So, but now the Alliance have the advantage in both, which, you know, because couldn't have the Alliance be worse at something than the Horde.
Don't be shy.
oh, it's funny because when we went to make these characters on this, that you could only have so many of each, so we had to keep refreshing to be able to make Horde players.
Yep, because we couldn't even get in because everybody wants to play on a PvP server. The people that want a PvP, 90% of them, it's gonna be Horde. That's just the way it always has been.
You have 7 quests over here.
What's that?
I said 7 quests picked up.
Yep. Some of these are gonna be pretty tough, but we'll be able to get through them, especially with both of us here. I thought there was that's right. That's later on. So if you have a troll, you'll have to come back here to buy your raptor mount too. You'll have to come back to this area.
Oh, okay, this is their area.
Yep. This is their village, and then I thought there was a Hearthstone place here, an innkeeper here, but that's later on. They put him in. There's not one here. But how much is herbalism? I think it's
You come
silver?
get the voodoo.
10 copper. Cool. But 5 silver for the next one. 50 silver, and then 5 gold for the last. So, and that 5 gold is a lot at that level, because you'll have to buy that when you're like 40ish, somewhere around there. You'll get that level 200 training, and that's the same time you have to buy a mount for 100 gold. And like I said, it's not just because we're low level that we're not getting anything that's worth any money. You don't really get money in Classic WoW, especially from doing quests and stuff. You gotta go out and earn that shit. But we're probably going to leave it here for now. I'm going to cut it here, and then next episode we'll be going to finish these quests up. We got to head out to the island, go have some fun. Make sure you tune back in.
Thank you all for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe.
Catch you on the next one.